Hey, Tay here from Crosshair Games X. Excuse me if you hear like my dogs barking in the background, but no, I don't own a studio or these fancy mics like IGN reviewers or anything. But I'm here to review strictly Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, which is basically a whole new game compared to or Dragon's Dogma in general. Now, this fixes a lot of the technical difficulties and lag that Dragon's Dogma had not perfected, and it makes even the normal Dragon's Dogma and Dark Arisen game much more smooth. But other than that, that's just fairly obvious, and it makes the game it perfects it even more. Other than its lacking of story, but I'm not going to get into that. Sorry, but this game adds a whole bunch of new content, new outfits, new everything to Dragon's Dogma, and you can buy these new outfits from the Black Cat Scrivener. You can see my character in the background here, and she is wearing one of the garbs that you could buy at the Black Cat, and it costs an immense amount of gold, and if you don't have that gold, you're screwed. But otherwise, you'll have to find stuff, and in the Bitter Black Isle, and usually the stuff in Bitter Black Isle is cursed, and you have to get it purified by someone in order to wear it, which is interesting. And this gets me into the concept of how hard Dark Arisen is. You have to be level like maybe 150 just to stand a chance, a meager chance against death. Speaking of death, I'll get to him after my rant on about the atmosphere. Now, I'll get into that right now. The atmosphere in Dark Arisen is raw terror. I haven't felt this since Haunting Grounds, and that's hard to do. Other than the hiding, you were getting stalked around by death, a nearly impossible dude to kill, through random parts of this map. And this map is huge. He provides a real sense of terror since he's impossible to kill. And since this game is so hard, and you're fighting mostly the undead and demons and stuff, it just becomes this terrifying experience where instead of jogging around in wild like you usually would do in Dragon's Dogma, in Dark Arisen, you're walking around cautious. You don't even want to use magic or your lantern because death is attracted to that. And if you cast magic or use your lantern when he is around, he will get attracted to you immediately. So you're walking around in the pitch dark while he searches for you. And my pawn right now, the main pawn that I'm using, is a mage. So I have to carry her on my back to get her away from me. Or not away from me, to get her away from death, to not attract him. So I'm carrying her around on my back, escaping death, and because that is the only thing you could really do. So the atmosphere in this game is just horrific. Capcom did a really good job, and it's comparable to Resident Evil's atmosphere. There's bodies laying around everywhere, and it's so bad. The rust stains and blood stains on these ancient corridor walls, these bodies. It just provides this. You could almost smell it from your screen. This stench of death and despair and paranoia. But that's it for the atmosphere. Of course, the combat is excellent and the same. It provides actually new vocation skills, but I have not learned how to unlock those yet. I've been only in like a couple hours into this. I have not unlocked it yet, so I wouldn't know. But I'd say that the death thing and the atmosphere combined provides for an excellent atmosphere for dungeon crawling and a horrific experience. This game also improves upon the map itself, since it's a new map, pretty much. It's comparable to Oblivion's expansion, The Shivering Isles. It's basically a whole different location of map, but it isn't much as free roam as Dragon's Dogma. You're basically going deeper and deeper into this huge labyrinth of corridors, and it provides for a good maybe 10 hours of exploring if you're into that stuff at all. Otherwise, don't rush through this because you're gonna eliminate any potential that this expansion has. But oh yeah, to add on the atmosphere, there are rarely any NPCs you could find while traveling along these huge courtyards and corridors. And there's barely any background music or ambience. All you hear is this echoing and this silence. There's no music basically. You just hear the echoing of maybe like drips or a waterfall or maybe a wall lantern. So I think the highlight of this whole DLC is the add-on content. There's much more content that it offers you, more clothing and everything, better skills, and a new map, and also the atmosphere is the highlighting factor in Dark Arisen, and I do urge you to get Dark Arisen since it provides you with the original Dragon's Dogma and Dark Arisen, and it perfects them both. Now, if they add a story, it'd be a whole new factor that could stand up to Skyrim and Dark Souls. Tay out, guys. Good seeing ya.